Coming up on The Disturbance, we take a quick look back at that Thursday night victory for the Kansas City Chiefs over the Houston Texans in the first game of the 2020 National Football League season. I don't know about you, but I am super fired up to talk about a legitimate football game. I've got all of that, and trust me, a whole lot more coming up on The Disturbance today. Okay, so I'm Dave DeBaugh. If you haven't subscribed to the show, please go ahead and do it. Hit that big red subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube or if you're listening to it on any of the 100+ platforms across the universe that this show actually appears on. Please go ahead and sign up. Now, the final of this game was 34-20. The game wasn't that close. I know Kansas City had a 9.5 point spread to overcome, which of course they certainly did. In tonight's game, good old Patrick Mahomes threw 3 touchdowns for 211 yards through the air. 24 of 32 were the numbers on him. Look, he looked solid. He looked really pretty good. A couple errant passes here and there. They didn't play extraordinarily well in that first quarter of the game, but they didn't panic either. That's one of the things about this Kansas City Chiefs team that we saw a lot of last year. And it's the reason I have them going back to the Super Bowl this year is that they just don't hit the panic button. There was no panic at all when David Johnson, that broken down running back that's going to make $13 million this year to rush for somewhere between 500 and 600 yards for the Houston Texans. Leave it to David Johnson to get the announcers on NBC suddenly talking about, oh boy, I guess everybody in America must have been wrong about David Johnson. All of the media has been all over David Johnson. No, Chris, that is not going to be an issue. Look, I'll give David Johnson his touchdown. his 11 carries for 77 yards. So it's a 7 yards per carry, I think was his total at the end. Look, I'll give it to him. What I won't give him is the 138 yards, the rookie pinball machine that is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. We all knew this kid was going to be a solid running back, but 138 yards, 5.5 yards a carry, and he looked like a ball in a pinball machine during the game. Look, he's going to get better and better as the season goes on, and he rushed for 138 yards tonight. Look, he's not at like that Adrian Peterson level, who went for nearly 200 plus yards in his first game in the National Football League. He's a different kind of runner than that. Still a fantastic debut for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Sammy Watkins showed up finally, other than the Super Bowl. This was the second time in a 12-month period that Sammy Watkins has actually shown up for a football game. 7 receptions, 82 yards, and 1 TD. And of course, you've got to talk about their great tight end, Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. Both respectfully scored touchdowns. And Tyreek had, I think, 5 receptions for 46 yards. And Travis Kelce had 6 for 50. Look, at the end of the day, this game, while the Kansas City Chiefs offense played extraordinarily well, this game was actually won at the defensive line of the Kansas City Chiefs. They applied enough pressure against into Deshaun Watson's face throughout the game that it was very difficult, very, very difficult for Deshaun Watson to actually really get anything legitimately going. Look, there was some garbage football played towards the end of this game. The Houston Texans, the stats will lie to you here. The Houston Texans scored 2 touchdowns, towards the end of the game. But beyond all of that, the Kansas City Chiefs defense really is what set this game apart for Kansas City. Look, it's going to be a fun year of National Football League. I just wanted to get some quick thoughts out there about tonight's game. And when you take a look at what Kansas City did to Houston tonight, and on top of it covered the spread, which, if you're looking at spreads and you see 9.5 points in a first game of a season, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the team that won the Super Bowl last year. That's a dangerous bet. But they still blew it to shreds by winning by 14 points. Anyways, hey, listen, thanks so much for tuning in. We've got a disturbance bet show coming out on Friday. So make sure you stick around for that. It will be our top 10 games worth betting this weekend. So I'm looking forward to getting that out the door. For the disturbance, I am Dave DeBaugh, encouraging you all to check out our big website for more semi-witty sports coverage at mighty.rip.